Hello everyone, I'm CrypticFox, and welcome to another Tuesday night stream with oxygen not included. We're back with the inescapable space prison on cycle 171. So far our colony's been doing alright. We've unfortunately had a couple deaths over the course of that 171 cycles. Entirely not my fault, I'm gonna say, even if it's absolutely not true. But nevertheless, the colony's been going fairly well. We have a good amount of kilocalories, or at least we did have, but they've kind of been shrinking a little bit. We kind of swapped out all the meal lice that we had in here to try and get some food that was going to be of a better caliber for the duplicants in terms of their overall morale. But we had a bit of an issue where I put an oxygen producing system down here and accidentally flooded our mushrooms with oxygen. So we're kind of taking care of that with a little bit of CO2 so we can kind of get that all sorted out and get them growing again. We're working on growing some bristle blossoms, so those can be working fine. We still have our fancy pinch of pepper plants growing over here. But the calories are kind of dropping. We have 18 duplicants, and it's kind of a lot, so they eat a lot of stuff. Today, though, I want to focus on trying to do some bedroom improvements. So obviously, there's going to be all the normal maintenance types of things we have to take care of. We're going to need to take care of things like making sure we can actually get the food up and running. We want to make sure we continue to have water in order to produce oxygen and that sort of thing. But ideally, what I want to get to is having some comfy beds. That's going to take plastic. Now, on the last stream, we built our plastic production system down here. We pretty much just have to kind of get it all running. And actually, it looks like a bit of a spill down there. I don't know if somebody peed themselves or we spilled some polluted water in there just in general. But this is where we're going to produce all of our wonderful plasticky stuff. I need to deconstruct this. Actually, I'm going to put a little insulated tile in there. So hopefully we can get some plastic going today. We can get some comfy beds going. And man, we've had a bunch of things going on here. We got some... I didn't notice most of this going on at the end of the last stream, but we have a bunch of broken suits here. Well, not actually, the docking stations are broken. Probably because we sent through some... well, it's a little warm down there. We must have sent through some hydrogen instead of the usual oxygen that's supposed to go down there. So that's kind of an issue. Actually, nobody's even wearing the suits because we have that all turned off. I feel like I haven't played in like a week or something because I don't remember that happening. But anyway, Snoops, $2 super chat. Hashtag Team Voltron. Hashtag Team Green. Hashtag Blue Crew. Hashtag Purple. Thanks for the super chat, Snoops. And new member, welcome Guinea Bubba. Thanks for the support, Guinea Bubba. Welcome to the membership. All right, this is I cut this loose so that we could let some CO2 in. Poor duplicates, they're going to start getting stressed in here. And it is working. We are getting some CO2 flowing in, but we do need to get more of the oxygen out of here. I think to do that, we'll just throw a couple vents here so we can let the oxygen out. We'll let some of the CO2 kind of filter in down here and hopefully kind of fill all that stuff in. Sam A with a $2 super chat. First comfy bed to go to Evil Fox Worshiper. We got to get to the point of producing the plastic first, I guess. And then we can get to the point of worrying about who's going to have the beds and stuff. But thank you for the super chat. We also set up a system down here to produce power. Now, because this system over here is going to require a fair amount of power. And we were also sending it up somewhere else. Man, I have like the worst memory right now. I can't for the life of me remember what we were up to. I seriously need to get these exosuits fixed, though. All these duplicates running around. All that nasty weather down there. They're going to get... not so happy with me. Let's go ahead and throw this at a priority 8 so they can get those fixed. Once they get all that fixed, then we can go ahead and start using the exosuits again. Been watching a Lost in Space video, 60 parsecs. Yeah, that game's a little funny. It's a sequel to 60 Seconds. It's put out by the same producer and everything. So it's kind of it's a very much the same game, but the jokes, I guess, are different and stuff in it. And obviously the setting and stuff is different, but same concept. Turn off the hydro fan. Oh, yeah, we've been sucking up all that water. Let's disable that. Temperature-wise, things are a little bit on the spicy side in the colony. In fact, it's actually stifling some of our plant growth here. At least it was. It looks like now it's finally just showing... It's finally just showing the illumination being the issue here. And in all things considered, maybe my suits shouldn't be my top priority. Maybe we should be working on this stuff. Get our lights going here so we can get the plants growing properly. Because food is going to become a bit of an issue. We're sort of treading water around 45,000, 45 to 50,000, so I guess not the end of the world, but not the best of things either. Who are the dupes again? Can we just go through the dupe list real quick? We sure can. So we have Voltron, Rangy, Caleb, Live Epically, Brosif, Lucas Souza, Brian the Golden Freddy, Sarah Beep, Ari Luco, Carter Clark, More Cowbell, Brittany Sloan White, BDS Empire, Evil Fox Worshipper, Sibylline, Duelfin, Mo A, and Sun Honey Sage are all of our current duplicants, and one of them is unemployed. We should probably fix that. Sun Honey Sage, sorry about that. Let's get you a job. I mean, if we want to work people towards the whole astronaut stream of things, you're going to have to build up Gopher, so we're going to go ahead and put you here. Even though you don't really have a lot of skill in it, that's okay. So part of the reason I want to move towards having comfy beds is because it will go a long way to helping out with morale and stuff as well. Because if we swap over from the barracks, where morale effect is +1, to the bedroom, they get a +2, so that gives them another +1 to morale, but they also get that benefit from sleeping in the bed itself. If we look in comfy beds, it doesn't really give a lot of detail about it, but it adds decor to the area, which, you know, sort of, decor is pretty much one of the biggest things that boosts morale between decor and food. And then just avoiding the negative decor impacts. Just Stewart, $2 super chat. Super duper doopy beds. Yeah, we're gonna get there. Eventually. I'm hoping by the end of the stream we may not have all of them swapped out, but we'll have some. Why do we have all this nasty water here? Oh, that would be why. All right, so I forgot we had all this water sitting on top of the oil that had drained down from our wonderful cold biome up here. We really should try to redirect some of that water because it's not really where we want it to go. So let's throw a little filter in here. Otherwise, I'm going to be constantly cleaning up water. We're going to end up with damage and stuff. So let's do a liquid filter. Throw that on the line. And then we're going to set it up so that we're going to filter out. Actually, hold on a second. It's going to be weird. I want specifically just oil going this way and everything else that's not oil going into here. So we'll deconstruct the line here. We're going to have a little bit of an oil spill, but they can clean it up. Every dupe should have a Gopher/Miner LV1 for their skill and trait buffs. Yeah. Level 1, yeah. Some water gets good from the oil refinery, but mostly the cold biome melting. Yeah, well, it's just that we're sending polluted water up here, so that what's damaging the machine, it's coming in with the oil. It's damaging the machine, and then we're ending up with, like, all this water on the ground. I mean, these produce water also, so that water is okay. It's more the water that's coming in on the line that's damaging the machine I'm concerned about. And look at all the nasty oil we just threw down there. Can we mop oil? We can. Okay, good. Excellent. Let's see. Where's that liquid filter? Let's throw this on here. Input there. Oh, man, they're not going to be able to reach it if I put it up there. All right, we'll do it this way, I guess. It's going to be a little wacky in terms of, like, piping and stuff, but that's okay. So this output pipe is going to go into here. This pipe can go all the way over here. And, wow, do I have a mess of stuff over here. I thought I could just sort of dump it in here, but... Alright, I guess we'll have to build, like, a vent down here or something. We'll deconstruct this tile here so that we can actually fit a liquid vent in here. There we go. Now if we get any melting and stuff that goes down there, it'll just kind of dump it all in there. Use the petrol press water to drip cool with metal tiles. Oh, you mean in terms of, like, cooling in this space? Well, the thing is, like, they leak water on the ground now, so the plastic kind of sits right in the water. Doesn't seem to have the same kind of risk of melting. I think they also increase the heat that's required in order to melt plastic and stuff. All right, so we're going to filter out crude oil. That'll go specifically into here. We're getting some little bits of petroleum in here. Just a tiny little bit. Tiny, tiny, but that's okay. Mop up all this stuff again. I'm gonna let the rest of the water sit at the bottom. We'll see how much builds up down here. I'm really curious how much excess water comes out of this system. Food shortage, 14,000 kilocalories. That is not good. We have light in here. Plants are growing again. We just need the seeds and stuff, obviously. It's kind of a thing. In the interim, do I have this set up for... No, that is set up for mush fry, but, or for fried mushrooms, but unfortunately, I'm not doing so well on the food front there. Pepper bread, we have 0 grains. All right, we're going to have a bit of a problem, I think. Yeah. Raw egg. Oh, we have raw egg. All right, so let's do continuous raw egg in both of these for now. Make some omelets. Not sure where all the raw eggs from, but that's okay. I'm not going to complain. I think it's probably eggs that we packed away into storage that we then neglected to take out before they became non-viable eggs that we couldn't hatch anymore. So we'll see. Our CO2 over here is now looking fine, so I can actually cancel this. Let's build this back on. And then we're going to enable the gate again. So we can take advantage of that. Okay, so that's good. They should... There we go. They're starting to harvest some mushrooms again. I fell asleep in the mushroom garden. Well, that'll make a mess of your face, won't it? Mushrooms are generally grown in manure. That's not a good place to sleep. At least not by most standards. How do you make catch chili, put them in with weezeworts? Ba-dum-bum. Frozen food. They don't melt the plastic as bad anymore. Yeah, they seem to have made a pretty big difference. Temp crisis 3? No, we're not really in a temp crisis at the moment. I mean, we have some pretty cold air coming in here. It's actually really cold. The trouble is not coming in at a high frequency, so it's not cooling as effective as it could. Down here, we had some... you know, actually, the water that's coming through here is coming through at 26 degrees. The ambient air around it is around 26, 27. It's really not that bad here. Some areas are 29 degrees, 28 degrees, so it is a little warm in spots. But it could be a lot worse. My only concern is the heat that might come from these lights here, but I think with us pumping water in here, it should be okay. I'm going to try and actually use some regular piping here instead of insulated piping. Make sure we keep things cool in here. Mushrooms are grown in manure. Is that true in the real world? Yes, it is. They're grown in dark rooms in manure. Dupe insurance should be from Hatchco. Save 15% or more on your dupe insurance with Hatchco. Aflac. I'll get that little hatch saying Aflac or something. Oh wait, no, it's Geico you're mocking, so it'd have to be like the hatch playing the part of the gecko. Get it? I got it. I got it. Let's increase the priority on this block here. I want to get this fixed here so we can fix our little... Actually, you know what? Never mind. I don't even care about that anymore. We built that a long time ago when we were first making our foray into here, and now I don't even care if the CO2 filters down this way. That's perfectly fine. As long as we don't get a buildup of polluted oxygen out here that's going to wind up stinking everything up. But this is all fresh oxygen, so... I suppose that's okay. Should be fine. This whole thing's acting like a whole CO2 seal anyway now. Oh, look, we even have oxygen in the funeral home now. The graveyard can breathe. As backward as that is. It'll be fine. Do I know from experience? The mushroom thing? Yeah. Not from having worked there, but I've gone to a mushroom farm. Mushroom treatment kept in the dark and fed manure. Kind of like people that follow politics. The manure mushrooms, yeah. Still haven't duped me, have you? Hey, Summer. No, I don't think so. Hold on a second. Let me double check. I can't remember. There's only so many names. There's 18 people in here. Summer. No Summers at the moment. I need to bring in more duplicants, but we got to do something about the food first. Sitting around 60,000 with 18 duplicants is kind of treacherous territory. This is running fine. Okay, we just need to finish all this stuff off. Sub priority 7 on this junk. Finish all this, and then we can... It's still so much polluted water in this line. I'm making tiny little bits of plastic. How much plastic have we got now, actually? Let's see. Raw material. Nope, not raw materials. Filtration medium. Consumable ore. It's not organic. Apparently we're out of algae. Agriculture. Manufactured material. Plastic. 300 kilograms. I should actually start making some of this eggshell into lime as well. We'll just set that on continuous, and we'll put this on continuous eggs as well. Get them to start making some lime, because we'll need that to make steel later that we're going to need for the whole rocketry stuff. Like a good farmer, Drek Farm is there. Or like a good neighbor, Drek Farm is there. Like a good neighbor, Drek Farm is there. This is the last thing they need to build, and then I can close this thing off. I wonder if they can they reach it? It's 2 down. They should be able to get it. Should not present issues. I think I still have a skim of fresh water here. I do. I have a skim of fresh water on this stuff still. Stifling our production of polluted oxygen. Which is kind of a nuisance. Wish there was like a big sponge I could put on top just to take the fresh water off. Can I mop the top? I don't think you can mop it. No, it's got to be on an actual surface. I mopped it over here, and it made like a little gap here, but the rest of it is still covered in fresh water. I think I'll have to run it through a filter. Can I give you a little plastic nugget for your room? I don't know how. I don't think they would leave it there. That amazing since the last time we were able to watch. Yeah, the colony's grown pretty well, actually. It's not been bad. We've got natural gas all sitting in here now. Okay, we do need a little ventilation system here. We'll throw a gas pump in. Part of the reason I delayed was I wanted to see where the gas was going to settle. Since it's releasing it into like just an open pocket, I probably should have enclosed this so that as it's producing the natural gas, I could vacuum out all of the chlorine. But a dupe's got to go in and out anyway. So I guess either way, it'd probably be kind of a nuisance. Unless I do like some sort of like an airlock system to get in and out of there. But I think what I'll do is I'll just throw a pump in here. We're going to need another filter here. So we'll throw a gas filter in. And we're going to be looking specifically for... flip this around. We're looking specifically for natural gas that we can drop into here. Okay, throw a little vent in. So this vent here is going to go into... Actually, I want these to do in sequence, not in series. We'll go like that, and then the remaining gas will be like chlorine and stuff. I don't really care too much about that. I guess we'll just throw it out up here. Whoever picks it up will be thrown in the volcano. There's no way to really control that. I mean, I guess we can control your door as long as you're in one of the outside rooms. Hey, Tom. Welcome to the stream. Tile over the polluted water to mop away the regular water from the tiles. Oh, yeah, that would work, I guess. If we'd, like, put it right on the surface. Let's see if that works. Put it right on the surface and see whether it does, if it will kind of bump it up. Or other than that, we might have to put it, like, just underneath, maybe. Hold on. We do it just underneath here. That might work. Separate natural glass collection system where you can drop it down levels if you need to. Yeah, well, on the plus side, we have this layer of chlorine all in here that's acting as a buffer. The natural gas is sitting on top of it. And then above that, we have our hydrogen. There's nothing in this system that's going to produce chlorine. So theoretically, this level should stay mostly the same. And if we're constantly filtering off the natural gas that's up here, then I think we should be okay. I can even set a system on here through automation using gas pressure. Actually, gaseous element sensor and gas pressure even. Then I'll kind of save a little bit of power. You know what? Let's just do gaseous element sensor. No, that's not it. Clock sensor, gaseous element sensor. Right here. I don't know if our duplicates can reach that. Might have to give them a little way across here. We could use the algae here anyway, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that should be just within reach. And then we can dig all this up. This will actually give us access to algae that we didn't have as well. Let's not dig that one up yet. Is it worth the trouble to switch the standard batteries to smart batteries in the oxygen creation room? Not really. I mean, not in the way that I have it set up here anyway. The reason that I want this to run all the time is because I want it to continually consume hydrogen. I don't really want it to stop. So if the batteries fill up and the smart battery turns it off, and then the hydrogen backs up in the system, theoretically we could overpressurize the room with hydrogen, which sort of stops the whole thing from running properly. If I was going to take the extra energy that was being built in this system and send it out into the rest of the colony, then a smart battery makes sense because you can use that to control the system that's going to pass the electricity into the rest of the circuit. I'm not really starving for power everywhere, though, so realistically, even if I send it out there, I'm not really netting much benefit off of it anyway. This system's all working out. We got our oil and our water sorted, so as we draw up this nasty water up here, we're only going to keep the oil, and that will be good. Soon it'll get to the point where it's just water in here, and then we'll have to dig down and set loose the torrent of oil that's all compressed down here at 3,000 kilograms. It's going to shoot up out of this thing like crazy. So I really probably should plan for that ahead of time and get this stuff sealed in so we can deal with it all. Let's dig all this out here. Yeah, we'll dig all this out so we can give our water a place to kind of settle a bit. Unfortunately, it's going to dig up these plants. So we get a little sleet weed grain out of it, but that's about it. You can use gas sensor on your pipe to shunt it out instead of a gas filter. Yeah, I mean, we could do that, I guess. So in terms of using the gaseous element sensor, though, then we'd have to set it up with... where are we here? So the gas pipe element sensor, we would then have to have that tied into the valve systems. Automatically turns on gas on using automation technology. So the gas shutoff valves, I guess. So you like alternate the two valves. I don't know if that's worth the effort. I mean, it saves a little bit of power because this needs electricity. I think the gaseous element sensor, but it's not really that big a deal. Sending power from the O2 remote to the main line at night to recharge batteries will greatly prolong your coal. I mean, it might, depending on how much excess we really produce in here. So essentially what we need to do is, or the easy way to do it anyway, is we can set up a one-way electrical flow using the small transformer. So the small transformer, actually I don't even have batteries in the core area anymore. And that's also only one of our electrical lines. So we have this thing set up on different grids, right? So we have this main grid here that's powering actually quite a bit now. Oh, good lord. Okay, so all the way down here, it's powering this pump at 240. I mean, the total draw on this is 2620 as a maximum. It never really hits it because a lot of this stuff is variable in terms of its use. There's a fair amount on this grid, but no batteries. This separate grid over here controls the right-hand side of the colony. And then we have the one in the middle that's specifically just for a couple of lights, and then our jukebox. Or jukebot, whatever. These need to be turned off. So we just don't need these anymore. So I guess if I was going to send it out, I would need to set up a battery bank again anyway. Just have a place to store it. Hey, Dallet fam. Rum cake. How are the plastic machines not overheating? I've made mine out of gold and added Wheezeworts and still can't... can only run them for a minute before taking overheat damage. I mean, they're sitting in water, which certainly helps. So, I mean, if we look at the temperature, they're hot. It's hot in general down here. Our polymer press is currently running at 66.7 degrees Celsius, but it's also sitting in water. Now, the water is high. 63 to 65 degrees. However, that water still acts as a cooling mechanism for them, and it also helps keep the plastic cool. So it'll heat up more and more over time. However, in the interim, it should run fine. Cerberus Bloodborne, $2 super chat. Hashtag when in the asteroid is Joe, or where the asteroid is Joe. Hashtag the search for Joe continues. Joe had an unfortunate incident with a volcano. I'd like to say he melted or something, but he actually just suffocated. Just automate the H2 gens and send the extra hydrogen to a generator connected to the grid outside. Bleeder, I actually have... Well, I mean, I have 2 generators anyway. One to handle the overflow of the incoming hydrogen. And you're right, I could just set this generator probably connected to the outer grid. But again, not sure how much I net from that. It can't hurt, I guess. We'll do that. So, all right, now I have... Oh, man, of course I have it spliced into this one. I would figure. We'll need to kind of do a little reworking of our wiring here. So if I hook this up, and then I can disconnect here, so break this off, and then take this wire, break it here, and then just run a wire from here into this grid, and then anything that this generator runs will feed into the power grid. So it'll save a little bit. You're right. Not a ton, but it'll save a little bit. At least put the water pump that powers the O2 system on that line. Yeah, well, actually, we could put it down here, too. So we have a triple generator system running down here. These are producing... Actually, hold on, what do we got going on here? Max wattage. Oh, that's max they can produce. So we're producing 1,800. I can't remember whether we're actually producing any refined metal to use in our little room there. Because it is actually a power generation room. So 1,800 watts there. And then over here in this section of things, we're consuming... Not very much. Ooh, we broke a wire. What do we have on this system that's tapping so much power that it actually broke a wire? How did that happen? Let's deconstruct that for now. I'm going to rebuild it. Let's see. So this system is pumping into this grid, which is feeding into this, which is sending only 1,000 watts that way. Oh, that's right. I forgot we had the aqua tuner down here. That's what's drawing all the power out of that system. Big bad aqua tuner. This actually isn't even running all that much. I probably should take the pump that's down here and connect it into this system. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's fine the way it is for now. Still stuff really starts breaking. It's just funny that this broke. It's on its own separate grid, and it's definitely not over. Well, 480, 720. Oh, it did over tap it a little bit. Okay, hold on a second. This can't be on here. This needs to be directly wired. That's part of the problem. We use a little bit of conductive wire here. Send it up that way, and then we'll break this wire. That will stop this bottom one for overdrawing, and then that wire won't break anymore. Sam A with a $5 super chat. Joe is more important as more than just a dupe. Joe's an idea. Ideas are volcano proof. Yeah, I mean, he didn't end up jumping into the volcano in the movie, so I suppose that's true. Still need a smart battery. Oh, in terms of on this grid, you mean? Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't hurt to have one. We could put a smart battery in here somewhere. What are they doing with the wire? I don't think they've done the wiring. Oh, they did. Look at that. These tubes are efficient. No, don't break that one. Cancel. Don't break that one. I want to deconstruct all those ones. We considered all sweeping refined metal straight from the volcano into a cold storage compactor. Yes, we haven't uncovered the volcano, though. We have a couple of metal volcanoes, though. So that will certainly be an option. There we go. Like so. I don't have a smart battery in the space here with this thing. I really should build one out here, though. Assuming we had any materials with which to build one. Cancel this, and we will make some... I think we have, like, tons of gold right now, so we'll make refined gold, I guess. Oop. Refined gold! Maybe I shouldn't do continuous. I'm liable to forget it, because I have a memory like a sieve. Next thing I know, we'll have 400 million tons of refined gold. It's also a movie reference. Oh, is it? Feels more than ideas are volcano proof. Is that from the movie? Sam 83. What's this now? My niece got the duck song stuck in my head along with We Are the Dinosaurs. I have no idea what the duck song is. Gas storage tanks for excess hydrogen. Yeah, I mean, we could do that too, I guess. I mean, there's lots of options now that they've added these neat storage tanks now. Check out our gas overlay here. That's fine. It's all good. Soon we'll be able to actually we'll be able to like build enough reservoir with the natural gas. We might be able to send it off to a natural gas generator. Dun, dun, dun. This is going all right down here, aside from being broken. Let's fix that, shall we? I mean, it's hot, 50 some odd degrees, but at least it's not crazy, ridiculously hot. You know what? I think they haven't fixed this because I didn't refine any gold, so it's probably a good thing I'm making gold up here. And I need to set up some storage for the lime too, because we just haven't been using it. So, manufactured materials. I guess we can bring the plastic in here. Industrial ingredients. We want not that. Where do we have the lime? Where does that go? Organic? Not so much. It's not an agricultural one. The consumable ore, maybe? There it is. Copy settings. We'll take all the lime we made up there and we can store it down here. We'll need that for making steel later. I guess YouTube's just not giving notifications right now, but I'm here. Welcome, Angel Thursday. Yeah, the YouTube notifications are always a bit iffy. Particularly if you haven't got the bell checked off. So if you go and mark off the bell, it seems to be slightly better. But it's always kind of inconsistent. What's going on down here? Oh, if they haven't fed it with slime lately. Oh, good. These are all fixed. That's nice. A little more refined metal down here. And then we can use that to build the wire. What? Did I tell them to make it out of gold? I need to deliver iron, so that's not going to happen. Get out of gold. We've halted our production system down here because of the lack of this one little wire. So I'd kind of like them to get to that. What do you do with the regolith? You can't do anything useful with it? I mean, it's supposed to be a filtration medium, but I don't know if there's an option to actually use it as in place of sand. I haven't tried. I haven't really played around with regolith at all. You can use power grid separators, never can remember its name, to separate the individual items in the bottom area that you won't need to send full wire down to the oil pump. Oh, yeah, that you're talking about the transformers? I did that here. So this is producing like 1,800 watts of power, plus if we're actually using the power station. And then I have it going up to a transformer to split out 1,000 watts that we're using for the power we're consuming in this area, which actually I think I just went over with this pump as well. I gotta be careful of that. 480, 720, 960, and then the pump is going to put us over. But it'll only really put me over, I guess, if it's all running at the same time, and hopefully that won't happen too much. But it's 240 for that pump, so it'll be over by a bit. I'll have to see how that goes. Hopefully it won't break the wires too much. DuckTales? Ah, the DuckTales song. Classic. Man, we have a lot of these dense puffs. I don't even want them. Got them all over the place. I'll set this stuff on harvest. No point not to harvest these things, I guess. As long as they're here. Might as well get stuff out of them. 62,000 we're on for food. We're out of egg now, but we have mushrooms again. Let's get rid of this. Okay, with a little bit of plastic, I think we can start swapping out for beds now. Comfy beds. What do they take? 200. We have 900, so we have enough to make 4 beds. 4 beds. Now, where is our evil fox worshiper? There he is. Deconstruct. We're going to have to get rid of one of the statues in here, too. Because it just won't fit. You know what? We'll just get rid of this whole top row here. Get rid of the bed and a statue in each room up here, and then we can swap those in for the comfy beds. Now these will do really nice things for their morale, I guess. Give them a little extra decor in the room, little +1 morale for their actual sleeping situation. Oh my gosh, no, it's even bigger than I thought. Okay, so we're gonna deconstruct everything in these rooms, so we can relocate the pictures as well. That way we can get 2 pieces of artwork plus the comfy bed in there, and that's all that's gonna fit. I thought they were 3 wide, but I guess they're 4 wide. That one I could have left. Oh well. We'll redo it. It's fine. They're gonna be so happy to sleep in these big, fancy, comfy beds. Okay, get some fancy artwork back in here. And we need to clean up on all 3 too, because we don't want that nasty stuff messing with our decor. Ooh, actually, now that I think of it, I want to make the paintings out of granite, since that adds plus 20% decor as well. There we go. Perfect. Club soda. Gross. There's a fox worshiper than you that's evil. Oh, Durgan, I'm not entirely sure that you worship me. Unless it's like that kind of worship where you have no trouble abusing me. I cry at night. Incidentally, I played some more Turmoil last night, I think it was. So I'm gonna have that uploaded tomorrow onto the channel. But I had a really good outing the one time. Just smashed my previous money record. Sam A, $2 super chat. Top left bed for evil fox worshiper. I thought it was this one here, the top right one, but now that I broke them, they're not assigned, so they're gonna have to get reassigned. I guess I can reassign it to once it gets built. I can reassign it to fox worshiper. Uh-oh. Some people are gonna be sleeping on the floor. So much for helping the morale. We broke their beds and made them sleep on the floor tonight. Hey, Karma King. Gave up soda 5 years ago. Now you just drink seltzer. Oh, I see. I'm too weak for something like that. But I also don't like seltzer water. Tastes gross to me. Too picky. I want to sweep in here and get rid of all the junk we have on the floor, because I feel like all this igneous rock isn't helping our decor. Not that the plants are all that great for it anyway, but at least with the lights in there, we could have some decor. And as it stands right now, it's a little bit ugly. In general, they don't really have it too bad in here, though. You know how I can help the decor over here? I just thought of it. If I dig this out... Actually, what do we have oxygen in here? CO2. I was going to put a light in here, but now I don't know if I want to let all that CO2 in. I don't have a good system for the CO2 to flow down this side of the colony. So if I let it in, it's all going to flood into this space. It's going to be a real pain. Oh, never mind. It's actually super small quantity. It's more likely the oxygen's going to flow out of there. So I'm going to dig this out. And then, do I have any electrical wiring over here? I don't. I don't have much, but I'll send an electric wire over this way. Send it right through the ceiling into the space I'm actually going to build our fancy light in, and then we can deconstruct this. And we'll throw a ceiling light in here. That'll cast a little bit of light in the area of our bathroom that's kind of poorly set up. Why can't I build there? That's weird. There we go. Jeez, I don't even need to break this thing. Just swap it for an insulated tile, I guess. Sweet. That'll fix that decor a tiny bit. Put the floor above it first. I haven't seen them, didn't realize they were still building kitty corner like that. I thought they had stopped it so they couldn't do things like that anymore. Because that used to be a mechanism that you could create you could create vacuum spaces, and I thought they stopped it so you couldn't do that anymore. Apparently, there's still some degree of ability to do it. Use a clock sensor to separate the use of polymer presses and air filter. Oh, you mean in terms of the gas up here? Oh man, actually, this is the whole thing's backing up here. Let's get. I'm gonna need power in here for this whole system. This all needs power. Good times. Okay, so, and then from here, we're going to use automation wire. We have lots of gold set up. Connected to this. And then, I'll use a NOT gate down here. Throw a little NOT gate in. So that if it's pumping out the gas, it will stop running these things. There we go. Perfect. They're finally cleaning up the mess down there too. I think there's probably still a little bit of water left in that line. No, never mind. It's all cleared out. This pump's not even running because it ran out of material, which means we got to tap into all that business. This oil's gonna be a problem down here. When I dig into this thing, it's just gonna make a big, gigantic mess as it all flows up through the tunnel. But that's okay. This should be interesting. At least the pump will be positioned where it can still reach it. I won't have to move the pump just yet. Want to get the algae effect where the gases end up? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it might a little bit. If I dig it out, well, you know what? I'll dig out a top layer of it anyway. Because that should be okay. I mean, you create more volume or more space for the volume to move around here anyway, and it's going to have that little ability to kind of spread out. So you know what? Let's get a priority on all this business down here. I haven't been producing any plastic. I want them to get all this finished. We spent so much time on this oil setup last time. I kind of want to get it all finished and running. This already has 1,600 kilograms of petroleum in it. Put the transformer into the oil processing area and use 2 transformers, 1 for each station. Yeah, that's true also. Probably save a little automation, but that's alright. Can airlock it off so oil doesn't float as much. Yeah, I mean, like right here, if we put some... Put a little airlock door there, that'll keep some of it in. They do still need to build the ceiling in here, though, otherwise it's just gonna wind up melting it all. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing. So many eggs in here. Clay, gold amalgam. Oh my gosh, we have so many idle little duplicants around here. Okay, so who can do something up here? Somebody come clean this mess up. Sweep all this business. We probably should build some more incubators. I want to keep hatching little, little hatches. Keep hatching little hatches out of here. And this bottom floor, too, I also need to set it up as... Oh, it's all carbon dioxide in here. Jeez. Now that's good air quality right there. That's good breathing. Jeez, that light did like nothing for the decor over here. Oh, we do have a mess on the floor though, so maybe we sweep that up, it'll make a difference. Clean up that mess. It's not gonna help a lot, but it might help a little bit. TGP, $5 super chat. Good to see the colony still going. You haven't hit the big molten copper reset button yet. Thanks, TGP. Appreciate the super chat. Yeah, no, it's I mean, it's going fine so far. I mean, I don't think we're really in a rush to start another new colony. Waiting plastics, 200 kilograms. All this plastic is just sitting down here going to waste currently. Maybe I will use a small transformer because I can automatically pick up the plastic that way, ship it up into the main part of the colony where the duplicants can actually do something with it. Granted, that's a lot of extra time and more power consumption. 120 watts worth, which actually isn't that bad. But if I set it right here, this could be set up to pick up plastics. Like so. We need a conveyor receptacle. Oops, that was not at all what I intended. Shipping, conveyor receptacle. Spin this around a bit. So I can grab that, and then we'll grab the conveyor rail, which needs to be made of, fortunately, regular metal, so we don't have to use refined stuff for that. Ooh, it's going to be going through a hot space. I don't know if this is going to end up melting it, but we'll find out. We'll find out soon enough. I think I'll set it like right up to here. Oh, no, it's the loader I need down bottom, not the receptacle. The receptacle goes up here. My bad. Alright, so we'll put that there. This one actually needs to be set to the loader, so we have to cancel that. We need some more refined metal. Give me more gold. More gold. To build the comfy beds, you need someone of a high job title. It's not saying we need anyone that has any particular level of skill. Let's see. Architects, maybe. Capable of performing build jobs. I don't know. I mean, it could just be that we only have one architect right now that's prioritizing it, but we have there's kind of a couple things going on here. I mean, A, we need a duplicate to go down and pick up the plastics and bring it into an area in the storage space that someone can actually make use of it. Then the person who wants to do the building has got to be able to take the plastics and load it in, or somebody who's doing a supply job has got to be able to do that. So I guess there's probably a couple things slowing it down there. Refined metals. Oh, I already built all that automation. That's great. I just used a whole bunch of metal. Okay, hold on. I'm kind of waffling a little bit on this, but what I want to do, I think, is dig this out. And we'll send our wiring in through here, and I'll split it in here instead of out there. So if we use 2 small transformers in here, per your suggestion, then we can actually set up one of them to be one that manages all the stuff at the bottom here. Then we can have a second one that runs the pumps and everything up here. And then we don't have to worry about timing. Similarly, they can probably have that same one operate our sweeper there. It does mean we'll have to extend the cord a little bit, so I'm just going to deconstruct all this stuff. We'll get our refined metal back out of this. Deconstruct all this automation. Cancel what we haven't done. And then down here, we're going to extend the conductive wire. It can actually go through blocks, I think. Yeah, it can. There we go. Extend the conductive wire to go down that way. That's sloppy. Let's deconstruct... Deconstruct these wires before I forget to do it. It's going to sort of rob that whole thing of power for the moment, but... should be okay for now. And we'll deconstruct this. Waffles. Should make pancakes. Pancakes. Can't really make pancakes or waffles in this game. I kind of wish you could. Or bacon. If you could make like hatch bacon, I feel like that would be like the epic food. They have barbecue at the top of the list, but I feel like hatch bacon would somehow rank up there also. If not somehow surpassing it, you know, because bacon. A little bit of lag. Okay, we swept up the floor in there. We still got crappy decor in here. I'll make these towels out of... This doesn't matter so much. It's fine. We actually have space here. If I take... Well, no, actually, I can't because of the size of the room. Ah, drat. I was going to say, I could break this off and put a statue down there, but I think the reason we had that double thick wall at the end was because the room could only be a certain size. Ooh, it's not even fitting the... Oh, no! By adding the light, I changed the room size. We need to add a little tile in here. It's going to look a little weird, but that'll get it back to the requisite 64 tiles. Since we added a little light that's apparently not doing anything for our decor value. Okay, it's back to a room again. Good lord. Build a statue below the toilets next to the water sieve. I mean, decor doesn't radiate through substances, though. So, like, if we look at decor here, I mean, you can see we have 3 statues immediately below this thing, and we're not getting any decor benefit in this space. It just doesn't work that way. So even if we built a statue here, we're not getting the effect above it. You need poutine. Hatch bacon poutine. Ooh, we got a little bit of wire breakage going on out here. I need to swap these wires out so they're using conductive wires also so they don't break on me anymore. It takes so much metal. Up top here is where we had that volcano. Not that one. Where do we dig into that volcano area? Oh, there it is. But this one throws up magma, so that one's not refined metal. This one we didn't uncover. We know that it's volcano because of its size. Somewhere over here, there's another volcano that I thought I had seen that had refined metal, or someone said was refined metal because they were using the same world seed as I am. Which, incidentally, is in the description of the stream if you're looking for it. So we got to figure those out. So one of those is a refined metal volcano. I should probably go find that out. Dig all this out of here. We got some sort of flooring in. I don't even know what to pick for materials. I don't know what's close by. Doesn't matter, I guess. Igneous rock will work just fine. Build a way for our duplicates to get across here without walking into too much junk. The challenge being, this has really high pressure polluted oxygen. And this is all nice clean oxygen. So I can't use a CO2 lock here. I have to use a door lock. I guess we'll go this way. I'm gonna try and keep that polluted oxygen out there as much as I can because I don't want a whole bunch of germs flowing into the base. Oh, this thing's running again. Nice. Look at the water. Hooray! That's good. So we were sending water through the sieve down here. I guess we can keep doing that for now. At least I know when this gets low, we'll have more water built up here, so that's good. It's nice to have that geyser running again. By the cold biome top right. Oh, is that where it was? Oh, yeah, here it is. That's the one we covered. That's the gold volcano. Oh, and it's actually near a cold biome. That's great. Well, I mean, great in the sense that if we can get it set up properly, we can use the cold biome for cooling. None of this is being harvested. I should do that, too. Trouble is, if we use this thing for cooling, that will kind of kill off the cold biome. Look at all the wheezeworts. Wheezewort Central down here. Harvest all this stuff. I'm going to need a ladder, though. They're not going to be able to reach any of that. Alright, let's plan for this volcano to be contained, because we're going to need to anyway. Just dig it up this way. How tall is this thing? Oh, actually, if we can build blocks there, then I should be able to put a sweeper in. Sweeper's going to need to be made out of tungsten, though, if that's an option. It is. So we'll need to make some tungsten, because there's no way it's going to handle the heat otherwise. Sorry, guys. I know it's cold up there. Volcano above the neural vacillator that almost killed Ari. I love that's how you remember it. You know, the one that almost killed Ari. That one? That's the one. The one where you attempted duplicide. You know, that one? Need more chambers. Oh, we just ran out of metal. Incubation Central. There we go. At least we're not going to run out of sand anytime soon. You get unlimited resources with rockets? Suffocating. Uh-oh. Oh, of course you did. How did you... All right. Break it out. Better work fast, buddy. We got limited time in there. Like, super fast. Faster, please. Run like the wind. Run, buddy, run. He's not going to make it. Run, buddy, run. You're so close. Ooh, he got there. That was close. He's not feeling so good now. Not only did he almost... Oh, he's got to go straight to the bathroom. Not only did he almost die of suffocation, he got hypothermia out there. Standing next to a volcano, he got hypothermia. Leave it up to that guy. Good lord. It's only 2,600 degrees, and he's got hypothermia standing over there. Oh, I didn't think he was going to make it. I thought it was all done for BDS Empire. That's a fast little dupe, though. Guy's got running shoes, man. It's a good thing I checked on the suffocation right away that time and didn't delay, because that could have presented problems. Okay, power... Conductive wire. Let's finish this off. Got this little weird hanging wire here thing. Okay, and then we can just use regular wiring for the rest of this now, because we won't have to worry about any fancy grid. Let's plug this in here. We will deconstruct these ones here. Actually, I only really need to do one of those, I guess. 480, 240, 240. Yeah, I'll have to have them on separate grids for sure. Ooh, I'm almost out of gold. Phew. Switch that to iron. Good lord. And then this grid here can go down and whoop, plug it in right here. There we go. I'll save the automation and stuff too. Duplicide, so we should call that CrypticFox dupicidal. I don't know whether to call it duplicide or dupe slaughter. I mean, duplicide suggests that it was premeditated, that it was planning it in some way. Dupe slaughter is more like accidental kind of thing. I feel like. Oh, we must have harvested some plants here, because those are all... What have we got here food-wise? Bristleberries. What can we do with the bristleberries in here? We could do stuffed bristleberries, because we have pinch of pepper nuts, and that's the epitome of food right there. In terms of quality. Let's do some of that. I think we're out of berries anyway. We're not berries, we're out of mushrooms anyway. Gotta get another harvest in. James Holman with $2 super chat. Hashtag rise up. Hashtag say no to dupe abuse. Hashtag save the dupes. Thanks for the super chat, James. And the social conscience. The duplicant social conscience. Is it going like mad with all the gold up here? I'm gonna need to dig up more gold. I didn't realize I'd tapped out so much of it. Fortunately, we have lots of it right here. I mean, I guess lots being a relative term. We don't really need these mushrooms growing here. We have them harvesting elsewhere. Now we got gold. Got gold for days. It's even just laying on the ground out here. Negligent duplicide. That's right. I guess it could be that. and fire coming from his feet. Man, he ran. And the funny thing is, he ran straight to the toilet. Oh, good lord. Let's set, set this up for an egg. Down here, we do need to get... I wish I could an auto sweeper load the eggs, but it won't do that. It's just not going to happen. I don't know whether to use these guys for egg production or to use them for meat. But in the meantime, we'll set up another critter drop-off down here. We'll do another grooming station, and then we'll need another feeder. That'll be the food. Critter feeder. So we're a 3-layer hatch farm. This one we have set to a maximum of 7. Similarly with this one, we'll set it to a maximum of 7 as well. Then we'll have this overflow one at the bottom. What's that? You're low on gold? Good thing there's a perfectly safe, totally not dangerous gold volcano that's not far from your base. Yes, except it's all refined gold. So we gotta get that uncovered though, so we can start to pump out some heat. Now the issue is that it's gonna be right next to a cold biome, so we can say goodbye to that cold biome. But in the long run, that will be good for us. Somebody's got to get over here and finish doing all this work, though. For some reason, they didn't seem terribly enthused with the idea of hanging out in the cold, wet water. You know, as opposed to the cold, dry water. Is it possible to set the machine for gold to produce set to indefinite and have it be active only when a storage box is not full and have gold, only gold a certain amount? Well, I don't know. Is there an automation on these things? There might be. Yeah, actually, there is. So if we do a storage container, they have these new smart storage compactors. So for example, I could put that here. And then we connect this by an automation wire. It says when it's full, stop using these things. Then you just set them on continuous. It's using up all the gold. Why? Why are your hatchware things not lined up? They ain't even a perfect diagonal. Why you do this to me? Oh boy. We're gonna do wonderful things over here then. Let's also dot this with some artwork. Furniture. We have all kinds of granite, so we might as well use that. We'll do a picture here and a picture there. Some pictures over here. We'll leave a gap there. Maybe we'll put one there. Do some random artwork this way. There we go. That looks perfect. Good thing I don't suffer from OCD. I hope no one else does. Hey, Charles, welcome. Doc Mopar, je parle un petit français. There's blue background color around the volcano. It's in the cold biome. It is. It is. Isn't it funny how it just... Oh, it's erupting too. Ooh, I gotta be careful with that. I want to dig it loose enough that I can surround it with insulation and try to keep it from just destroying all this. It's going to pump out a lot of heat and melt stuff down. Although, oddly enough, it didn't produce nearly as much heat as I thought it would when we had the volcanoes before. I mean, I was talking about thousands of degrees, and we never really got anywhere near that. Which is actually kind of a nuisance. It's like false advertising. I was planning on it. It didn't happen. There we go. Now we can get this. Give me all of this wonderfulness. All this too. And all this. And those things. And all this junk. And all of it. Deconstruct this also. Wires. Ooh, that's automation wire. Hold on. Automation. There we go. Get rid of that. This will be good. We'll send the plastic all up into the colony, and then hopefully someone will make use of it, because these poor duplicants have been sleeping on the floor for days. Says he's not evil. I never claimed I wasn't evil. Maybe run an auto sweeper for line from the volcano through the abyssallite tiles to a thermal nullifier. Well, the thermal nullifier I've found is way, way down here. So, I mean, there's that one. Whereas there is a cold biome like right next to it. So realistically, I could put a sweeper in that just stores it like in the cold biome. The tricky part is like letting it stay there long enough to cool it. I gotta kind of figure that out. I mean, I guess do we have any kind of like a temperature sensor in here? Thermosensor, I don't know that works generally on the atmosphere, but I don't know if it's actually going to help with like detecting the temperature of the materials, which is kind of an issue. I'm not sure what to do with that. Keep saying it's near cold biome. Wasn't sure. Oh, well, yeah. It is. I keep thinking of it being near because once we wall this in, like this is not going to be exactly cold biome inside there anymore. I mean, it technically is, but it won't be in terms of temperature. Smart storage compactor will need a NOT gate if it has to work. Thanks for painting. And thanks for painting spam. Helps the OCD a lot. Yeah. Anytime I can help, you let me know. Consumable ore? No, that's not what I want. I want refined ore. Refined metals. So we'll put gold and iron in here. Party 6, I guess. You're right, it does need a NOT gate. Otherwise, it's just going to sit there idly. No, they're putting stuff in. They're putting stuff in there, but it's just this isn't doing it. Okay, so with the NOT gate, we'll feed the automation wire in. Boy. Oh, that's sloppy. Sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. Hold on. Where's my automation overlay? There we go. Deconstruct. Right there. Now we can throw a wire in here. There we go. Okay, and then we can put these on... well, the trouble is, what have I got actually in raw metals anyway? Copper, iron, gold. Gold's 13.5 tons of gold amalgam. I must have dug up a lot. All right. Good deal. Put that on continuous, and this one on continuous. Let that run for a while. And then they'll top up the storage there, and then they'll just make it as they need it. Sweet. It's like sleeping on a plastic bed. we haven't even got any plastic beds made yet. We have plastic sitting down here that the duplicants haven't been picking up. They haven't been sweeping it. We've almost got the wiring finished down here. Once they connect that, we'll have power, so that'll all run. This needs to be set up for natural gas. There we go. So that'll filter that out. And then lastly, we need to crack into some more oil down here so our pump can actually move something up and they can actually produce something up there. That and automation, I don't understand. And NOT gates. Well, the NOT gate is basically you're just reversing the signal. So if you would be sending a positive, the NOT gate flips it around so it becomes a negative. If it's sending a negative, it flips it so it's a positive. So basically what it's saying is that this, as long as this is not full, it's going to send a signal that says don't do anything. So our NOT gate flips it around and says do stuff. So it turns these on. Once this is full, it'll say okay, stop. It'll say I'm full, go ahead. It'll flip the signal and say stop. So it'll shut the machines off. That way they can be set on continuous, so we can continue to produce ore and stuff. I don't want this set to 10,000 kilograms, though. I should probably set this to like 1,000. That way, they'll keep producing it as long as this thing isn't full. And then once it is full, they'll stop making it. Can you run a conveyor rails over temp shift plates? Yeah, I mean, the conveyor rails are kind of like a background item, the same as temp shift plates. I'm not sure. Good question. Let's check. Seems so. I can build them here. Oh man, it's hot in here. 63 degrees through there. What's the melting temperature of plastic these days? Melting point's 159. Okay, so it's actually fine. Man, they really cranked that up. That's nice. This needs to be set for plastic. Manufactured materials. Set that for plastic. We're just waiting for power there now. And then at this end, I actually want this to be allowed for manual use so the duplicants can grab it out of there. Because we're not going to be sending that much plastic, realistically. I could set up like an automated system to pick it up and put it into storage containers, but we're going to have the idle duplicants anyway. And realistically, we're not sending that much plastic. Make sure they only store refined metals. Yep, we have that. Is Voltron your main priority for plastic beds? Also, how many dupes have you killed while I was gone? None. Still only 3 dupes. Decor indeed radiates through certain types of tiles. Well, it'll go through like airflow tiles and stuff, but it doesn't go through regular tiles. So, where are we? It's a little hard to see here, but you can get some decor effect from the tiles here. Actually, I could, if I put an airflow tile here, then we can get a little bit of more decor from the pictures out here. This is all total decor minus 37. What is this full of? No, it's full of oxygen. Actually, I could put a tile there. What's the temperature in here? 38 degrees versus 37 degrees. I mean, we're not really actually saving any temperature here, so I could go like this. Yeah, you know what? I don't think it would bother. The reality is that one little spot over there is not going to matter too much, and one statue in there is not going to produce much of a decor benefit. Just tile above the sink so you can add art to the bathroom. Yeah, we could close a couple in that way. Feels really crowded though. For some reason, I just seem to like having 4 high ceilings. It's not even like a requirement. It's just it's a funny little preference that I have. Should probably just make sure I don't have any piping in there. Oh, I do have piping in there. Okay, let's stop that one. Deconstruct. I want to deconstruct just buildings here. There we go. And then in our furniture, we can throw a statue in here. Hold on. Make sure that it's made out of granite. Wasn't paying attention. Sculpting block, granite. There we go. Plus, we'll need to clean up on the floor in here. Void spillage fines. Make a reservoir for expanding oil before you tap into it. I have one, basically. Sort of. I have this little area here. So as it bubbles up and over, I should actually destroy the wall right here so that it will prefer. It'll prefer to go over to this side of things. Use granite tiles. You further raise the decor of your bathroom. Yes. Did they already build it? They already built it. Oh, what did I make it out of? Igneous rock? I guess I should have had that set as a default. That's alright, though. It just feels weird to me that it's like got that crowded roof. I don't know. I'm just strange. It makes no difference at all to the duplicants. How to become a member? Membership is $4.99 a month. There's a join button at the top of the chat there. If you click on that, then you can join from there. As of, I think it's effective today, the YouTube gaming site is gone. So if you haven't seen it yet, hold on a second here. Let me pause this. If you go to, normally when you go to gaming.youtube.com, and I think they shut the site down. Yeah. No, it's still here. Okay, so if you go here, you can go to gaming.youtube.com/CrypticFoxGaming. And there'll be a join button on the channel here, so you can join for membership over here. That's so funny. It's showing my live stream right there. That's so wacky. I've never seen that before. There's a join button you can click on right here that will let you join as well, but otherwise it's only available in the stream. Now they've also they've set up a new thing on YouTube that's I think they've just launched. They're going to be replacing YouTube Gaming with that's youtube.com/gaming, and they're bringing all the stuff that's in YouTube Gaming into the core site so that you'll have top live games that are sorted by all the different types of games. You can see top live streams, trending stuff, videos from your subscriptions. recommended streams, all that kind of stuff. So very much like your normal YouTube experience, except this one's totally focused on gaming. So a lot of stuff that they've been doing in YouTube gaming, they're kind of bringing into the core area. My critters are starving. Are they? What are these guys? These guys are... Oh, man, I don't like these stone hatch guys. Probably because I don't have food set up for stone hatches in here. What am I feeding these guys? Sandstone. What can the stone hatches eat? Not sandstone. All right, so we are starving them. Good times. Not a big fan of the stone hatches. All right, let's move them down a floor. No, I don't want to put all critters down here. Let's just grab stone hatches. We'll send them down here. And then we'll set up this food specifically for them, so we can kind of keep them sorted out. Copper ore, gold amalgam, granite, igneous rock. We have tons of that, so we'll give them some igneous rock. Already 6. And then this one we'll set up just specifically for regular hatches. Well, regular hatches and sage hatches. That's fine. Like so. Okay, so they should go and... Oh, auto-wrangle surplus. I think I might have to tell them to wrangle these guys. Wrangle, wrangle, wrangle. Get them down there. When the stone hatch hatches here, we'll move them down also. So that way at least they'll have some food. Instead of starving them out. I mean, not that it's not that... I mean, if they die off because they starve to death, then I guess we get some meat out of it. We could make some barbecue, but... Feed them gold. You have a gold volcano after all. Yeah, but it's crazy hot gold. And I haven't even tapped into it yet. I'm still working on that. Oh, look, we have access to this now. Oh, man, look at all this space over here. This is right over to the far right side of the map, too. Okay, let's deconstruct these. What am I gonna do for power up there? That's kind of way out in the middle of nowhere. New member, welcome HP Ninja 1. Thanks for the membership, HP Ninja. Welcome to the channel. Enjoy the emojis and everything. I appreciate the support. I'm gonna run power over here because we're gonna need something for the rail system. I guess we'll just tunnel through here. Build an insulated floor. And then I'll set up a separate small power transformer in here for it. It's gonna require just regular wiring, so that's fine. We'll use... Well, we have lots of gold again. I guess we can use gold. Right under here, up through the ceiling. Over to here. Oh my gosh, this is a lot of wire. Or we can not go derpy. There we go. I'm gonna try and get the sweeper set up here before we break this thing all out, because I don't want everything roasting on me. This will also need heavy watt wire, so we should grab that. And I'll just make that of... Gosh, I don't know. Make it out of iron, I guess. There we go. Guys are going like crazy trying to fill this thing up. Takes a lot of gold to make 1,000 kilograms, apparently, of refined gold. Busy, busy, busy. Steam generator when the volcano erupts. The volcanoes don't produce as much heat as you might think they would. The steam generators have been kind of a real disappointment in terms of like trying to manage power consumption in your colony. You have to keep the steam at such crazy temperatures in order for it to work. And keeping the pressure up in particular is a challenge, so I don't know. We'll see. Only 25 commands, how boring. Be careful of the sweeper, it can melt near the volcano. Yeah, I'm gonna make it out of brains. No, not out of brains, but something not brains. Tungsten. We're going to make it out of tungsten, because tungsten's got like a 3,500 degree melting point. Run an electrolyzer room into the cold biome using hydrogen for power. Run an electrolyzer room in the cold biome. Just for kicks? I mean, we already have a thing set up here, and oxygen is not really presenting a challenge for us right now. We're in pretty good shape that way. Auto sweeper refinement area. Yeah, we could do that too, I guess. There's nothing stopping us from doing it, because they're kind of leaving it on the ground. So if we go ahead and grab a little bit of automation. As long as we have this stuff, you're right. We really should be using it. I should be using auto sweepers more often. Ooh, I can't place one here. That's going to be out of their reach. That's more than 4 high. Well, isn't that a bummer? I can't even sweep underneath because you need a sight lines, like without any object in the way to get to your storage container. All right, so we'll need to build a little ladder up here so they can actually reach stuff. Give me a ladder across. Dig some of this out. And we'll just do our little fancy auto sweeper right here. Just very impressed with how you contain your oxygen without dozens of doors. Well done. Well, yeah, the thing is, like, I try to avoid doors in general by using these little CO2 seals. So, I mean, I have a door here, but that was just to stop pressurizing this whole area unnecessarily. But I have this little CO2 lock right here that stops the oxygen. CO2 lock there. We had one down here, but it doesn't really matter because it's all CO2 at the bottom half of the colony anyway. Yeah. Just makes it easy. You can feed your hatches metal, and smooth hatches will produce refined metal at more efficient rate than the rock crushers. Yeah, there's that also. I have to get to the point of actually having that metal exposed, though, before we can even get to that point. This guy's stuck at the door. Wrangle that poor guy. Get him out of there. What I really should do is actually... Oh, I got hydrogen in here. How did I get all the hydrogen? Oh, when I cut open the top space up there, that's probably what did it. I really should pressurize this area. It's all full of CO2 right now. This is all hydrogen. If we could get some slicksters, I can almost put slicksters under here to draw away some of the CO2. But this is all low pressure CO2, 84 grams. So I'm thinking what I can do... I think I'm just going to get rid of this seal here and let the gas from this area flow into our colony. Now the CO2's got to go somewhere. I don't have a scrubber set up, but I could make one right down here, I guess, to clean it out. Barring that, this is all chlorine and stuff, so I can't really tap into that. This is all hydrogen. If I break that open, it will all leak out, so I can't do that. I guess barring that, we could pump the CO2 out. If we dig out a little space down here, we can throw in a gas pump with a gas filter. No, not even a gas filter. I'm not even going to bother with that. We use automation instead. And we'll say if we detect gaseous element right here that's CO2, turn the pump on, we'll pump the CO2 out. And then we'll just let the air from this part of the colony kind of spread over. Now that is going to create some pressurization issues because the pressure in here is going to drop pretty dramatically. But that will also let a lot of cool air in, which might help lower the core temperature of our colony. So that might be a sort of a net benefit. And of course we're going to need power, so we're going to run just a regular cable down from here out of gold. Like so. What happened down here? Oh, there's still that one little segment of wire they haven't done. What is it waiting for? Conductive wire, construction errand, gold amalgam. Or not gold amalgam, but refined gold. And I have refined gold. I am surprised they're not building that. It's just that one little segment of wire right there that's not done. And whatever the deal is with this. I don't know why it's got the little hanging piece on it, but... What's my priorities? It's priority 7. I'm surprised they haven't done that yet. Why, oh why, have they not built that one little piece of wire? Oh, I also forgot I was going to mop this up. Can't do that one there. I think the despots can make polite as you can cool your base without warts. Oh, you mean like take the oxalite that they're pooping out and carry that into the base to use that to produce coal there or whatever? Yeah, maybe. Your chat's filling with orange because your Trevor name's coming up so much. You just set priority 9 for the wire? I mean, it shouldn't have to. Something tells me there's a different reason I'm not building it. I'm going to cancel it. I might have been deconstructing and building wire at the same time. Maybe that's the problem. Had that happen before. We'll take that one little piece of conductive wire and we'll replace it. Because we have tons of refined gold right now. And I'll set that for priority 7 again. See what happens. I think I might have been building and deconstructing wire in the same spot at the same time. Hopefully that'll solve it. There's a bug that causes dupes to not build something. If you return to the main menu, it will resolve the error, though you may need to reissue the build order additionally. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see if they build that there. I mean, they still haven't gotten around to building the beds. Ooh, they built one. Ooh, look at that. This one's assigned to Sibylline. Still lots of plastic sitting on the ground. Come on. Yes, there we go. Finally. Perfect. Okay, our system's running down here now. Filtering out gases and stuff. I probably should still have some automation here so this thing's not just pumping like crazy with no natural gas right there. That'd be kind of silly. And that's going to require regular power in that little thing too. There we go. We're getting a layer of natural gas sitting just a little below the pump now. When we dig to the surface, there's lots of iron up there. Well, at least there will be once the meteors start hitting. I don't think the meteors hit while we're way down below here. I don't think they show up until you actually expose that. However, I'm planning for that for next stream, actually, to dig up top. So, stand by. We're gonna need some wire here, so I guess might as well just tap right into the heavy wire. They're so happy about it all the time. Like a bed next to Sibylline so we can have dupe talk through the mesh door. How do you destroy a regolith? The trick with the doors doesn't seem to work. I mean, you can destroy it with rockets. When rockets blast off, they'll go through regolith. There's not really a really convenient way to handle it aside from like constantly mining it up. You can do the system where you like open doors and it will drop down into a space that you could then do something to consume it, but you still end up spending a lot of time on it. Brothgar did a video actually where he was showing like using mechanized door systems to kind of chew up the regolith. It was really complicated. It took a lot of stuff, a lot of time, and a lot of materials, but that's sort of an option. It's not I mean, there's nothing really optimal to handle the regolith. Can you explain how the auto sweeper thing works? Sure. So the auto sweeper basically acts as in place of a duplicant. It has a specific area that it can affect. So in this case, this auto sweeper here is able to reach the both of my 2 coal generators, and it's also able to reach the storage compactor where I'm storing coal. The auto sweeper will pick up materials and put them in storage, or will put them on one of these conveyor rail systems through the conveyor loader if you want to move them to another place. But they can also take things out of a storage or out of a receptacle and feed it into machines that need it or feed it into a storage. So in a way, you can save some duplicants time and effort. So like over here, the duplicates never have to come and refill these things. This auto sweeper does it all on its own. They just come and drop off the coal in here, and it takes care of whatever is needed to feed that. Over here, we're going to use another sweeper that's going to pick up the refined gold that we're producing that they're leaving just sitting on the floor, and it's going to stick it in the storage compactor automatically so that we don't overproduce, because right now we have all this gold sitting on the ground. It's finally turned this thing off, but it probably could have turned it off sooner because now we have excess. But basically, it just acts as a cleanup and delivery system for you and can work out really well for saving duplicate time. All right, these guys have been without beds long enough. Let's get some beds in here. At the rate we're going, we're not going to have enough time to swap out all the beds because it's taking forever just to get all the plastics and everything we need. Why does that not have power? Thought I had that connected, but apparently not. And this is already set up for plastics. Okay. So we're still not setting the plastics in. Arg. Wasting power over here. Not getting power here. Good times. Plastic sweeper needs filter set. Well, it was actually set. I apparently didn't plug it in when I ran the wire because I'm super smart. Over here, we've been storing a little bit of natural gas now, so we're starting to fill that up, which is good. This is filling up with petroleum super slowly. This is completely wasting energy. I need a better system to get the gas to move around. You know what I should do is actually... I should have done this in the first place. I'm going to swap all this out for airflow tile so the gases can pass through it. Can the auto sweeper deliver to regular storage compactors or only the smart ones? They can deliver to regular ones as well. And I think you can also get them to feed dirt and things into farm plots if that's something you need. You can have it set up in a place where when you harvest your crops and they drop, see how they're dropping mushrooms on the ground? If I had room in here, I could put a sweeper in to pick up the mushrooms as they harvest them, feed it into a conveyor rail to send it automatically up to the kitchen, and then have a conveyor up there to automatically put it in storage. Like, there's all kinds of stuff you can do with like just moving and shipping stuff around and then using it to auto feed into other mechanisms. It's not perfect. There's some stuff you can't do with it, obviously, but Rangy with a $2 super chat. Wink. Fancy bribe. Wink, wink. Thanks for the fancy bribe, Rangy. This sweeper is still not picking up the plastics. What's going on here? Did I not build this thing close enough? I'm going to be really irritated if that's the case. I have a feeling... I may not have built that close enough because this sweeper is not picking up the plastic on the floor. Oh no, one of them is not even going to be in range. Oh god, I hate myself. Are you kidding me? I need to move stuff. I don't even know that I can build. I'm not going to be able to build this here. After all that work to get all my shipping set up, it's not even going to work. No, I can't build above that thing. And I don't think these plastic polymer press things can be shipped around either. Let's find out. Oh, they can. Haha. That's the solution. Deconstruct that puppy. Alright, I'm going to deconstruct it and flip it around. That way, we can have the plastic falling in the middle. Our sweeper can pick it up. Now, this is not sweeping still. I have a feeling it's not quite close enough to the... No, not disable. Deconstruct. It's not quite close enough to the sweeper, maybe. Your flea was gone. They can't be rotated. Yep. Jess Stewart, $2 super chat. What makes smart storage better? It's not inherently better. It's only about what you want to use it for. So... smart storage can send a signal when it gets full. allowing you to disable things. So maybe you have something set up so that if the storage is empty, something turns on or turns off. If the storage is full, something turns on or turns off. That's all it really does, is it has built into it the ability to produce a signal that you can use for automation. But otherwise, it's not inherently better. It's just about functionality. There we go. That should put it close enough. We'll need a conveyor rail here. And then we'll need power wire also. Okay, and when down here, we'll need to do another polymer press. We'll flip this puppy around. Oh gosh, where does the pipe connect on this thing? Where is my liquids overlay? Oh good, I stuck it right on there. Perfect. Why does everyone like Discord? It's the Discord chat is where the people from the channel, or the people that follow the channel, like to hang out and chat. They've gotten to know each other and build some friendships. It gives them a good place to talk about this, that, and everything else. Not just stuff that's related to the channel, but they kind of chat about everything. Manufactured material, plastics, priority 8. There we go. It just wasn't close enough. Now it just needs a plug in the finished rail, and this thing will actually work. Wouldn't that be novel? And we'll need a duplicate to operate this thing, even though it's at priority 7. Oh wait, we're not sending oil. Forgot about the oil issue. They haven't finished this. Too many sub priorities here. Oh, you know what? Actually, this bottom one, I'm not gonna build. I'll let them just do the ladders that are there. The pressure that's in here should force all of this up. It'll fill up the chamber that's in here where our pump is sitting, so it can start moving oil again. The duplicate can run like crazy, and hopefully they'll escape the oil before it comes in. Finish that too. Now we got a good stopgap there. CrypticFox has a mustache. Not that I'm aware of. I don't think I've ever had a mustache. I saw my brother with a mustache once. It looked like something had crawled on his upper lip and died. And ever since then, I was certain I would never have one myself. This water doesn't need to be here. Too much liquid. That's great. Man, it's all too much liquid. Good times. Guess I can't get rid of that. I mean, I can cut a hole here, I guess, and let it dump down, but the likelihood it's going to go the direction I want isn't so great. Better temp control your plastic production on your presses will overheat. It's kind of naturally managing that. What? Is it just me, or was I not getting notices about starvation? It's entirely possible I missed it, but how did I starve and not get bombarded with notices? Unpermitted food. You know what? No, it's permitted. What do they got that they can't eat? Oh, mushrooms. Oh my gosh, I have all kinds of mushrooms. Everybody's gonna starve to death. I have all those mushrooms. Oh no, that's so bad. I wasn't paying attention. How did I not get a whole bunch of starving notices? Did I just miss them? I was too busy looking at other things. No! Somebody go and prepare some. We're gonna have a whole bunch of deaths here, I think. Oh man, that's not good. Nope. Actually, the rest of them are fine kilocalorie wise. How did that one duplicant suffer so poorly in food that they're dead? That makes no sense to me at all. No! Sorry, Sun Honey Sage. Just checked. You were getting notifications about starvation. Oh, was I? I was too busy reading the chat and building stuff down in the oil room. Oh. I was getting notifications, was I? Man, is it? All right, maybe it was just me. I guess I thought when starvation happened, it was a little bit more vocal than that. But again, I was kind of distracted, so another duplicate death due to distraction. Ruh-roh. Never distract a micromanager. Yeah. Yeah, you saw... Oh, thanks. You saw the notices. That's great. I didn't see them. That was pure shock for me. Well, Well, we have an empty bed. Why can't I pick the gate? The printing... I can't pick the printing prod. There we go. Man. Oh, let them eat the mushrooms. No, they can cook the mushrooms. Everybody else has got tons of calories. They've got... Well, not tons, but they've got like more than 1,000 kilocalories. Everybody else. Why that one duplicant was starving so bad is a complete conundrum for me. I really have no idea. Evil Fox Worshipper for the comfy bed there, and then this other one was supposed to be dual fin, right? Dual fin. There we go. Sam A, $2 super chat. Top left bed for Evil Fox Worshipper. It's there. You've got it now. That is super disappointing. Oh, I hate when duplicants die. That's gonna bother me the rest of the night now. I feel like actually this colony's been going for like, I think this is the 8th stream for this one. So 4 duplicants in 8 streams actually isn't, well, it's not good, but it's not as bad as it could be. I still don't understand how that one duplicant had so few calories compared to everybody else. That just goes to show you, even in a game of oxygen not included, there's still bullies that are going to steal your food. They were taking her lunch money, and then now Sun Honey Sage is sadly no more. I kind of want to make room for more beds, but I'm actually not producing. Maybe I better wait. I'm not producing the plastic yet. Those other duplicants that were in that top floor, they got stuck without a room for quite a while. Decor is looking pretty nice up here now. So 201 for the decor value versus 20. Oh, is that really it? 219, 247. Man, the decor actually went down. 302 in these rooms, but they've got above and below that are getting fed decor. So what about these ones? 282. Isn't that something? We actually lowered the decor by giving them comfy beds. Huh. Your turnover rate's pretty low. I think it was Fox with a mushroom for the comfy bed. It's like a game of Clue. Critter starvation notification. Who's starving? Who's starving? Oh, you just pooped out a big egg. I don't know what there's a starvation notice again. Brosif is starving in the toilet. You know what? I probably should just... I'm going to give them access to eat the mushrooms for now. Not good from... There we go. Not good from a food quality perspective, but probably better than death. You know, maybe. Oh, I hate when that happens. I feel like I want an espresso machine. Not because we must have one, but just because we should have one. What can we do around the espresso machine? And where is that stuff? I don't even know. Furniture, espresso machine. That's going to require 480 watts of power. Which will mean I'll have to run... I'm going to need another transformer that I can send power down. Right, actually, I can probably tap into this right-hand grid. There's probably not that much on that one. 10 power there, 120, some intermittent stuff down here. Intermittent stuff over there. Yeah, actually, I probably can put it on that grid. This grid has a maximum of 1050, but it's it's consistently drawing such a low amount of power. If we built the espresso machine on this side of the room, I will have to get rid of some pictures. But that's probably worth it, I feel like. When a duplicate dies, you need espresso. It's just kind of how it works. Get rid of the pictures. We'll make room for the espresso machine. You love mushrooms, go on, hate on me. I have a bunch of mushrooms in the fridge I've been snacking on this week. To be fair, the bottomless stomach dupe needs to go. Oh, maybe that was the bottomless stomach. Oh, that's why you were out of calories. I forgot you had the bottomless stomach trait. Oh. That would do it. That would do it quite nicely, actually. Alright, let's get liquid piping in here. If I want to be really fancy, I could actually... We could use an auto sweeper to feed to feed pitch of pepper nuts into the espresso machine, but we're not going to go that far. Fever hydroplots are empty of plants. Oh, yep, thank you. Let's copy settings. Fill those in. I don't even know why I'm bothering using farm plots in here. Actually, that's not even a farm. How did that not become a farm? What's going on here? 103 tiles. That's why. Where the greenhouse only handles 96. How did I end up? Oh, you know what? Because I made it 3 tiles high instead of 2. Let me try and fill in some of this, I guess. Try to turn this into a proper farm. Not that it's gonna make a big difference because we don't have any fertilizer. I'm gonna have to set up a fertilizer situation, which we haven't done. How's the water situation? It's actually good. This is producing, but I have it turned off right now. So we have water that comes from there. We're feeding water from down here, which actually I have more that I can mop up for get rid of this clean water. Still can't mop that. As soon as I break these tiles, all the water that's over here that's been building up is just going to go back over there. I can't win. Oh, hey, we got our oil. And it's all sealed off. I'm going to turn off access to this door so nobody wanders in there for any random reason. We'll keep all the oil trapped. That will run for a while. Once the pressure drops in this, it's fairly high, but once the pressure drops, this will eventually become starved for oil again. And we'll have to move the pump down. And then maybe we can rescue this Lickster that's trapped down here at some point. I'm not sure how that'll work, though, because it's actually in the oil. And I'm not sure if we can put the trap in the oil. So we'll have to see. You should put it to the gravestone so wherever a dupe dies, the others get coffee. Yeah, that could be a thing. How's our decor over there, by the way? Ain't a bad. Considering it's a graveyard, it's actually in pretty good shape. Let's get some more fancy artwork in here, because I feel like we're neglecting our duplicants a little bit. I wish I could put a painting in there, but I can't. I don't think there's even room for a statue in here now. Nope. Nope. We're going to need a bigger break room at some point. Oh, that needs power, too. I didn't set that up. Give me the power. What the? Is the water input at the same spot as the power? It is. That's funny. All right. You'll have mushroom gravy with steak. Nice. How to deal with lack of water? I cry a little bit. Then we collect up the tears. Really, there's a few different ways you can get water, obviously. I mean, you have a certain amount of water that's being produced by your toilet system. You get a bit of an overflow. That's not really a lot. It's not a lot you can rely on unless you only have a few duplicants. But then even then, they're not producing enough waste to really get a lot. So you can get a little bit of water from that. You can get a little bit of water from making plastics and things. As you can see, we're getting a small amount of water here. Again, not a whole lot. Generally speaking, I end up purifying polluted water. I look for geysers, like this cold steam geyser up here that's producing water for us. You can melt ice and things that are in the cold biomes to produce water. And then outside of that, you just try to conserve it. Avoid making foods that require water if you can. I don't use... what are they called? I don't use the algae terrariums, even though I think at this point they produce polluted water, so you're not really having a net loss of water so much that way. You can get some water from natural gas generators. There's a few places you can get small little bits of it, but really the most consistent ones are if you can clean up polluted water from a source. If you can find a geyser, then that really helps. And then outside of that, just try to conserve as much as you can. In this colony, all I'm really using water for is we have a little bit of farm plot here that's getting water. We have water that's being fed into our oxygen production system. The water that I'm using in the bathroom system is all a closed cycle, so there's no input. No input, no output except for excess water, which gets sent over here right now. Ooh, wow, that's dry. Speaking of running out of water, we ran out of water. Oh, man. All right, we gotta get water. So these irrigation plots unfortunately consume a fair bit. That was running for a while, but we're not producing nearly enough wastewater. And that's what I was saying. Like, you can get some out of the bathroom, but like it's just like little drops of it. It's enough that it's going to drop in here. The pump will siphon it off and send it up, and it's going to basically have no effect. James Holman, $2 super chat. Hatch is starving. Farm is missing a floor tile. I'm confused. Where is this now? You mean right here? That was specifically so it would become one big room. If I close that off, then the top one's a room and the bottom one's not, or whatever. They won't be a farm. Why are the hatches still starving? They shouldn't be. They all have food in here. They all have food specifically for their breed too. Calories 6,700, 6,650, 6,500. I mean, they must be critters somewhere else that are starving. Oh, you know what it is? It's the Drekos. The Drekos don't have plant life. 7,300 calories. I mean, they're even doing fine for calories. They're not really starving yet, but they're going to. Because we ran out of polluted water for this. Which kills our pinch and pepper nut production, which nukes our coffee supply. No! Can't have this. Must have coffee. Must have coffee. Alright, we can send a duplicate out here. We dig into this. If I do that, I'm going to trap a duplicate. I better not do that yet. We'll try to dig that out. We'll get some water from there. So I'm going to try and collect up like little pools of polluted water. I kind of wish I had more up above that I could dump down there. Ooh, I do. Will that make it all the way down? I think it will. Some of it will get trapped along the way. If I can seal this off. Then I can cut into this, cut straight through here, let it run all the way down there, all the way down the ladder, and it will fall into our tank down bottom. So we'll get a little bit of water that way. It's not a lot, mind you, but it's something. I should probably make sure that this is dug out here first. Throw a little ladder in here so somebody has a way to get across. Actually, we'll just build the whole ladder up. Okay, so we'll tap into that. Oh, there's all kinds of water up here. Okay, so I can grab a whole bunch of water and send it straight down. So that'll be fine. Is there a gap preventing dupes from digging up volcano on the top left? Oh, there might be. No, they got over there. They haven't jumped across here. I haven't told them to do it yet. This needs to be closed off. All right, let polluted oxygen in. It's all stinky in here. I guess in the end it doesn't matter. I've got it sealed over here. Right there, so that's not going to matter too much. Let's bring back duplicate number 18. This can be somebody. Who do I want this to be? Non-constructive, squeamish mouth breather. Strength's probably good. Binge eating, not such a great stress action, but we're going to get 0% stress. So that's not really a big deal. No fertilizer, no farm benefits. Yeah, that's right. We're not getting any benefit out of that right now. How much dirt do you have? I see 130 T listed as cultivatable soil. It's cultivatable soil is a combination of clay and dirt. Clay and dirt. Who did I say I was going to make a duplicate for? Now I don't remember. I have the worst memory ever. Trying to scroll back in chat, but I can't find it. Summer Phillips, that's who it was. Thank you. Summer Phillips. It's not very summery looking, but or we could go over here actually. Non-constructive isn't that big of a deal if we have them doing other tasks. Supply and operate. This one's just better, I think. And they're germ resistant. Oh, actually, so is that one. And they're buff. Plus cooking, plus learning. Learning will let them level up faster. You know what? Let's go this way. I like Mima anyway. Mima's a good duplicate. All right, Summer, welcome to the colony. How are things going down here? Are we producing plastic yet? Oh, we are. Nice. We still haven't finished this though. Give me the goods. I've got all this plastic just sitting here, not moving into the colony because we were missing a tiny little bit of wire. And BDSM bar came so close to dying, he had to run like crazy. His shoes caught fire. Mimas are always better. Yeah, Mimas are awesome. Yeah. It's funny though, like BDSM bar came so close to dying, and we were all like worried about getting him out of there. And then the one duplicate we weren't even looking at is the one that starved to death. Not even looking over there, not paying attention at all. Boom, dead. Good night, Irene. Oh my gosh, if they would just finish this one little rail, please. Let it be done. Oh, you're going? You're doing? Nope, you're fixing. Did that break because I sent the wrong... Nope. 65 degrees. What temperature do these things overheat at? 75. Did I not make these out of gold? Oh, man. This one's made out of wool from... Alright, I'm just using all kinds of random materials. Oh, boy. Gold would be better. Oh, the plastic getting overheat damage? Yep. Sure looks that way. Because I've neglected to make it out of gold. Because I are smart. If this thing would finish producing the plastic that's in here, then I really would like to break it apart. Plastic 70 degrees. Petroleum at 72 degrees. Yeah, it's like 75 is the damage point for this. So I really need to make those out of gold amalgam. I can't believe I didn't. That actually blows my mind just a little bit. How was that not building? There it is. Finally. There goes the plastics. Off of the conveyor rail. Man, that's a fair amount of plastics moving there. All right, now it's all cooking. Now what's this thing? Polymer press is running at damage overheating. Ah. All right. I gotta deconstruct these. I feel like I'm taking forever on these things. It's such a waste of time. The plastic wants to move. It just needs a place to go. Yeah, it was the rail. I knew that it wasn't happening there, and now I've backed up the whole rail. I'm gonna need to put a storage container here that's specifically for plastics. And then we can deconstruct some beds and stuff. Get rid of these. Get rid of all this. All this. We should have plenty of plastics to make our beds now, which is a plus. Get rid of all these planted jobbies. Convert the whole left side first, then we'll do the right side. Nope, those are gone. So we can make now polymer press out of gold, so they won't overheat on me so bad. Good times. Speaking of cooking, cough, cough, base temp, cough, cough. Yeah, it's a little warm. Actually, it's really warm up by other plants, too. Oh, no, did it all stifle? No, that's all irrigation issues. How is that an irrigation issue? Did something get interrupted? I mean, when I set the water flow to go over for our espresso machine, it would have taken some of the water away, but not a lot. It should not have caused this system to back up. Oh, this game sometimes. That's great. Body temperature and irrigation. 30 degrees. These lights are producing too much heat. Too much heat. I'm going to crack this open. If I open it up over here, that should let oxygen out. to fill up the area where our hatches are all hanging out. That will reduce the air pressure inside the colony, which will allow more of the cold air to flow out of the vents, which should lower the temperature in the area around it a little bit. Plastic's clogged. Yeah, I'm aware. It's okay. Manufactured material. Was that this for plastic? This is where we're going to need another sweeper. Set that at a 7, maybe. Oh, good. They got all this done. All those duplicates are sleeping on the floor right now. Sorry, guys. Comfy beds. How do I not have enough plastic for that? What, are you kidding me? I set that to allow manual use. 20 kilograms of plastic for every one of these little blocks, so we have the plastic. They gotta get it out of the system, though, I guess. I can't even tell them to make the beds until they get it out of the system. That is lame. Not liking that at all. Somebody go and load this thing. You can do it manually. There you go. There you go. That's what we're looking for. Now we can make some beds. Or we can make one bed. No! There we go. Alright, we're definitely going to need an auto sweeper. I was trying to avoid it and just have the duplicants do the job, because we have some lazy duplicants around here. You know, they sit around doing not very much. They get paid in foodstuffs. I'm going to put this on this other grid, though, just because I feel like we got a lot of stuff on that other grid, so I'm not going to overtap it. Puff Ranch getting overpopulated. Oh, yeah, it's very... it's getting crowded in here. Oh, look at all the fresh water under there. Are you kidding me? All right. Deconstruct buildings. Get rid of all this. As much as I tried to skim the clean water off, we just ended up with more clean water on top of it. So that was pretty much a whole big waste of time. Water, water everywhere. Not a drop to drink. Ooh, did they get that stuff drained yet? Nope. Still working on it. That's all open down there, though. So at least once I dig into this, we can let the water out of here. Let's build a ladder up to here, and then we'll dig straight across over this way. And then whoever gets to do all that work can be one sick duplicant. Dig up here, too. There we go. BDSM buyer, $2 super chat. This colony is magical. Well, it's something anyway. I don't know magical, but thanks for the super chat. Where's my wiring? There it is. Give me the goods. I need more beds. Need more beds. Furniture. Comfy bed. There we go. We can tell them to do it right up until the point where they actually pull the stuff out of storage and allocate it to a job. Am I making another granite? Yeah. Perfect. Look at that. Half our colony will be swapped over to plastic beds. It only took the entire stream. Gonna build the auto sweeper one tile above the ground, too. Yeah, I could have done that. Well, I don't know if it would fit in here, would it? Shipping, auto sweeper. Oh, you're right, it would have fit there. Oh well. Drat. I could have kept the pictures there. Not that the decor there is all that bad. I mean, it's not great, but it's not that bad. I didn't think it would fit under there. Apparently it does. P tidal wave incoming. Oh, over here, yeah. They're gonna make a big wave of polluted water here. So it should gush down here. You know what? I should probably just put a little wall in here to make sure it goes where I want it to. It'll all flow down this way. It'll dump down this ladder all the way down into the reservoir at the bottom, and we have a huge mess down here still. On the plus side, we have water that's being fed into our fed back into our little farm there, so that's good. I'm going to priority 6 all this junk. So we can cause a big flood over there. Increase the priority on the beds over the frames, or else they will do the frames before the new beds. There we go. this sweeper is still waiting. Still waiting. Godzilla Gomez, $2 super chat. Priority 7, the new 9. That's right. I forgot this thing was still on. I'm gonna reject it for now because I don't have a place to send the duplicants to. And frankly, our food supply really hasn't been all that stellar. We have bristle blossoms again. So we could probably switch this one over to making stuffed berries again. Because we have a fair amount of 827 kilograms of pinch and pepper nuts. We got a fair amount of those. Just a couple. Do I like mushroom pizza? Yeah, I like mushrooms on pizza. Build pipes individually to plants. I know you can do that, like run a separate line and then like go underneath and connect them in. I tend to avoid doing that because it's kind of a nuisance. And more often than not, I don't have a problem with it. This time, it's not cooperating at all. So I might have to do that. I hate doing that. It's such a pain. Plus, you get a really weird splitting priority of the water, too. Is this the R. Kelly episode of Oni? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, we have two comfy beds that aren't assigned. They'll decide those when they go to bed, though. Okay, how much have we got left in plastics? Manufactured material, 415 kilograms. That's enough to make 2 more beds, I think. These require 200, yep. So we have enough to make 2 more beds. Poor sleepy duplicants. It'd be funny if someone went up there and broke the bed while they're sleeping on it. Someone on a different shift just goes and smashes it, the duplicant falls on the floor. Before you undo the pipes, try attaching a second water pipe, more pressure for all your plants. The pressure doesn't seem to be the problem, though. So, like, if you look here, this tile has 10 kilograms of water in it, but it's only moving very small portions of water. This has 10 kilograms of water, 10 kilograms of water, and then it stops. Like, right here, it's just broken. It goes from 10 kilograms to nothing. That shouldn't happen. There's something messed up, like, right there. I could try deconstructing liquid pipes right here and causing a flood. Cancel that one. This one's empty, so if I deconstruct the pipe there, then I might be able to rebuild the pipe and have it resume flow, but we'll see. It would be nice to avoid actually having to redo the whole pipeline there, because it's just kind of a nuisance. Just saying, a second water pump solved it for you. Oh, did it? I don't get it. I mean, pressure shouldn't be a problem. I wonder if I should get rid of this flower pot in favor of a storage for pinch of pepper nuts. Save our duplicants some time when it comes to actually making coffee. Because when you need a coffee, you don't want to waste time. You got to get it fast. Empty pipes. I do have plumbers. We can do that, yeah. But this one's actually empty behind this tile, so it should be okay. See what happens when I break that point and rebuild it. These were working fine, but I had insulated pipe, and I decided I wanted to swap it out for regular piping because I was interested in having just the general ambient temperature be better. Oh, look, we got oxygen over here now. A little bit of air over there. Allowed air movement over here. How'd that do for temperatures? Nothing good. Ooh, what I should do... That's 25 degrees. I have a brain idea. I got an idea brain. I'm gonna run the pipe behind the plants. Using regular piping and connect it on this end. And I'm going to break it here, and I'm going to let the water that's coming through here at like 25 degrees act as a natural coolant behind the plants to protect them from the heat that's being generated by the lights, and then feed it into the farm plots. My empty pipe is broken? I mean, yeah, I deconstructed it, so maybe that'll make a difference. Let's see. Can you send me coffee from the dupe base? I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. I wish I could. I kind of want to break a pipe here, but it's going to create a little flood. I got 10 kilograms of water here that's going to dump out as soon as I break this pipe. It's got to happen, but as long as the water's still flowing in, I can't stop it, so... If I choose to empty it, they'll just be endlessly emptying that one segment of pipe, and that's no good. I want to see somebody use the coffee machine. Someone make a coffee. There you go. Summer Phillips with the espresso. I don't know why I like that so much. There's just something about espresso. And more cowbell sleeping on the floor. It is well past midnight. It's 11 minutes after midnight my time. I'm going to call a wrap for tonight. We did get a bunch of the beds built, so that's good. We obviously still need to produce more plastics so we can make more of the beds. I do have enough here to make 2 more, so I'll set those up. When we come back next time, I actually want to start digging up towards the surface so we can try and get the little telescope thing set up on the surface. We can try to do the research to build our way towards the astronauts and rocketry upgrade, and we can finally get to the point of maybe launching some rockets and stuff. We're already producing petroleum. We have to make a whole pile of steel and stuff for that too, so that's kind of going to be a little while. But first things first, we need to make our way to the surface, and I think that's what we're going to do next time. Thank you, everyone, for coming to hang out tonight, as well as everyone who sent in the super chat, the new memberships for this evening as well. Well, that was weird. The new memberships for this evening, and yeah, I think, I mean, aside from that one really random death, I think for the most part it went okay. Oh, that really frustrates me. Nevertheless, we'll have another stream on Thursday night. It's going to be again at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm trying to shift it to 9 p.m., but it's not really working for my life schedule, unfortunately, so I'm probably going to have to stay at 10 p.m. for now. But thank you, everyone, for coming to hang out tonight. I'm, as always, CrypticFox. I'll see all of you next time.